The 2014 New South Wales Small Business Award winner is Elevate Education.
Wow, this is pretty overwhelming. For those people who aren't familiar with Elevate, we work with 1,000 schools and 175,000 students a year across Australia, the US, South Africa and the UK. And schools bring us in to improve student performance and, by extension, to improve the school's performance. And across the countries we work with some of the most prestigious schools, where a win for us is moving them from being the fourth best school in the country to the second best school in the country. But we also work with some of the most disadvantaged schools. So from places like Macquarie Fields through to Johannesburg, through to Hackney in East London. And for there, a win isn't just moving up the school's performance, it's getting a student into university who comes from 4 generations of unemployment and who's never dreamt of getting into university before. And so it's about creating opportunities that they never thought they'd have. I thought I'd use the time this evening to basically say 3 things. And the first one relates to one of the questions we got asked in the interview process for the awards. And the question was, how are you going to be a role model for other businesses? And my answer to that was, well, we're your typical Australian small business. When you tend to look at the media when it comes to business, the headlines in the space tends to go to companies like Google, Facebook. It's the company gets a 25 million VC round, or who gets a 100 million trade sale. And the reality at the end of the day is that that's not really representative of most Australian businesses, and it's not representative, definitely, of what it's like to be a small business. And so I think what Elevate represents and what all the businesses here represent is an alternate path to that. It's a path of going slowly, building incrementally, doing the hard yards over a number of years, persevering, and creating a great business. Today, Elevate... Today Elevate's a global exporter, but when we started, we didn't pay ourselves until 2 years in. It took 4 years to get salaries that were comparable to what we gave up, which, given the fact I left university, wasn't a lot to start off with. But I think, as I say, what it represents is that there's an alternative way to create a great business, and as I say, that's the hard work and perseverance. The second thing I want to say is a big thank you to the team who's here tonight. If you saw our growth over the last 13 years that we've been going, for the first 5 years it was pretty much a flat line, just with a little bit of up. And then about 5 years into the business, it just took off. And what happened at that point, 5 years into it, was we created a really phenomenal team. And we've got 6 of the team here tonight. 4 of them can't be here, 4 of them in the UK office at the moment. But I want to say a massive thank you for the team, because at the end of the day, you guys are the business. You're the ones that make it a phenomenal place to work. And I'm really honoured to have been able to share the past 13 years or whatever it is with you guys. So thank you very much. And finally, as I think everyone said tonight, I just want to say, thirdly and finally, a big thank you to Telstra. As everyone in this room knows, running a business, it's not like a footy season where you get to a grand final, you win, you celebrate, you have a mad Monday, you take a month off, and then you come back. The reality of business is you get to the end of the financial year, you look at your P&L, you give a high five, and then you turn around and you start creating the budgets for the next year. And you never really have a chance to kind of stop, take stock of where you're at and celebrate. And I think for everyone that's gone through this process, I think every single person got to actually reflect on where they've come from, really celebrate the milestones, and obviously tonight, just an absolutely fantastic opportunity as well. So I want to just finish up by saying thank you to Telstra, and thank you to everyone who's been in. It's been an awesome night so far. Thank you.